Frostmourne hungers. Ah, at last.
You will know endless torment.
Frostmourne hungers. Tread lightly. Finally. Ah, at last. This is more like it. Frostmourne hungers. Finally. No one orders me around. This is more like it. Tread lightly.
First blood.
Speak, fool. No one orders me around. Tread lightly. Frostmourne hungers. Speak, fool. This is more like it. Finally. Ah, at last. Frostmourne hungers. What is it now? Speak, fool. Finally. This is more like it. Finally. Tread lightly. Ah, at last. Frostmourne hungers. Fake power. Finally. This is more like it. Finally.
I'll make sure you suffer.
Ah, at last. This is more like it. Frostmourne hungers. Finally. Ah, at last. Finally. This is more like it. Finally. Frostmourne hungers. Finally. This is more like it. Frostmourne hungers. This is more like it. No one orders me around. Finally. What is it? Frostmourne hungers. This is more like it. Frostmourne hungers. This is more like it. Finally. This is more like it. Frostmourne hungers. Finally. Frostmourne hungers. This is more like it. Ah, at last. Frostmourne hungers. Finally. Frostmourne hungers. Finally. Ah, at last. This is more like it. Frostmourne hungers. This is more like it. Frostmourne hungers. Finally. This is more like it. Frostmourne hungers. This is more like it. Ah, at last. Frostmourne hungers. Ah, at last. Frostmourne hungers. Ah, at last. Frostmourne hungers. Finally. Ah, at last. Finally. This is more like it. Tread lightly.
Our allies' town needs help.
Speak, fool. Finally. This is more like it. What is it now? Frostmourne hungers. Ah, at last. For the Lich King. Finally. Ah, at last. Finally. This is more like it. Tread lightly. Finally. This is more like it. Big coward. What is it now? Finally. This is more like it. Frostmourne hungers. Tread lightly. This is more like it. Ah, at last. Finally. Frostmourne hungers. Finally. No one orders me around.
Insufficient
Welcome
gold.
to our village.
What is it now? This is more like it. Speak, fool. Ah, at last. Finally. What is it now? No one orders me around. What is it now? Frostmourne hungers. Ah, at last. Finally. This is more like it. Ah, at last. Frostmourne hungers. This is more like it. Ah, at last. This is more like it. Frostmourne hungers. Ah, at last. Frostmourne hungers. Finally.
Our allies' town needs help.
At last. Frostmourne hungers. Finally. Frostmourne hungers. Finally. Frostmourne hungers. This is more like it. Frostmourne hungers. Ah, at last. Finally. Frostmourne hungers. Ah, at last.
Our allies'
This is
town
more
needs
like
help.
it. Finally. Frostmourne hungers. This is more like it. Finally. Speak, fool. Now, Frostmourne. No one orders me around. Ah, at last. This is more like it. Frostmourne hungers. This is more like it. Frostmourne hungers. This is more like it. Ah, at last.
Take your time.
Speak, fool. Finally. This is more like it. Ah, at last. Finally. What is it now? Speak, fool. This is more like it. Ah, at last. Tread lightly. What is it now? Speak, fool. This is more like it. Finally. Frostmourne hungers. Tread lightly. What is it now? Ah, at last. Frostmourne hungers. This is more like it.
Our allies' town needs help.
Frostmourne hungers. Speak, fool. Ah, at last. What is it now?
I'll make sure you suffer.
No one orders me around. What is it now? Now, Frostmourne.
Our allies' town needs help.
This is more like it. Speak, ah, at last. Tread lightly.
Glory to the scourge.
This is more like
Our
it.
allies' town
Finally.
needs help.
No one orders me around. What is it now? Ah, at last. This is more like it. Speak, fool.
Our allies' town needs
No
help.
one orders me around. Frostmourne hunger. Fake coward. Ah, at last. Tread lightly. Frostmourne hungers. No one orders me around. Ah, at last. Speak. No one orders me around. Frostmourne hungers. Tread lightly. What is it now? This is more. Tread lightly. No one orders me around. Frostmourne hunger. This is more like it. Finally. No one orders me around. This is more like it. Frostmourne hungers. Ah, at last. What is it now? This is more like it. Frostmourne hungers. This is more like it. Ah, at last. This is more like it. No one orders me around.
Our allies' town
Finally.
needs help.
Speak, fool. This is more like it. Tread lightly. Ah, at last. Finally. Speak, fool. No one orders me. This is more like it. What is it now? Ah, at last.
You will know endless.
Speak, fool. Frostmourne hungers. This is more like it. Frostmourne hungers. This is more like it. Ah, at last. This is more like it. No one orders me around. This is more like it. Ah, at last. This is more like it. Speak, fool. What is it now? Speak, fool. What is it now? Ah, at last. Finally. Ah, at last. Frostmourne hungers. This is more like it. Ah, at last. Finally. Frostmourne hungers. This is more like it. Frostborn hungers. Finally. Frostborn hungers. This is more like it. At last. Frostborn hungers. Finally. At last.
Our warriors have
Frostborn
engaged
hungers.
the enemy.
At last. Frostborn hungers. At last. Frostborn hungers. Finally. This is more like it. Tread lightly. Finally. No one orders me around. What is it? This is more. No one orders me around. Frostborn hungers. At last. This is more like it.
Your pain shall be legendary.
Finally. Tread lightly. At last. Finally.
Your man.
Speak, fool. This is more like it. Frostborn hungers. This is more like it. At last. Finally. At last. This is more like it. Finally. This is more like it. At last. No one orders me around. This is more like it. What is it?
Is my written quiet?
Our allies' town
lightly.
needs help. Insufficient gold.
Speak, fool. Frostborn hungers. At last. What is it now? Speak, fool. At last. Tread lightly. Frostborn hungers. Finally. Frostborn hungers. Finally. This is more like it. Finally. This is more like it. At last. Frostborn hungers. This is more like it. Frostborn hungers. Finally. Speak, fool. At last.
Our
Frostborn
allies'
hungers.
town needs help.
Faithless coward. Now, Frostborn. This is more like it. Finally. Frostborn hungers. At last. Frostborn hungers. This is more like it. Finally. This is more like it. No one orders me. Tread lightly. No one orders me around. Speak, fool. At last. No one orders me around. This is more like it.
I'll make sure you suffer.
Frostborn hungers. What is it now? Finally. This is more like it. Finally. Now, Frostborn. This is more like it. Tread lightly. Finally. Faithless coward. Frostborn hungers. This is more like it.
I'll make sure you suffer.
At last. This is more like it. Frostborn hungers. At last. Finally. Speak, fool. No one orders me around. What is it now? This is more like it. Speak, fool. Tread lightly. Finally. Faithless coward. This is more like it. No one orders me around. Frostborn hungers. Finally. Speak, fool.
Your pain shall be legendary.
This is more like it.
Greetings, my lord.
What is it now? At last. Frostborn hungers. At last. Finally. At last. Speak, fool. For the Lich King. Frostborn hungers. Faithless coward. No one orders me. At last. Tread lightly. No one orders me around. Tread lightly. What is it now? Tread lightly. What is it now? Frostborn hungers. Finally. At last. Finally. Frostborn hungers. No one orders me. Tread lightly. Speak, fool. At last. Finally. Frostborn hungers. Finally. This is more like it. At last. Finally. What is it now? This is more like it.
Your pain shall be legendary.
Our warriors
No
have
one.
engaged the enemy.
Tread lightly. No one orders me around. Tread lightly.
Welcome to our village.
Speak, fool. At last. Finally. For the Lich King. This is tread lightly. At last. No one orders me around. What is it now? No one orders me around. This is more like it. Finally. Tread lightly. Speak, fool. This is more like it. Finally. What is it now? At last. Finally. This is more like it. Frostmourne hungers. This is more like it. Finally. This is more like it. Frostmourne hungers. At last. No one orders me around. Finally. What is it now? At last.
Killing spree.
Frostborn hunger. At last. This is more like it. Finally. This is more like it. Speak, fool. Finally. At last.
Greetings, my lord.
What is it now? Frostborn hunger. Speak, fool. This is more like it. At last. This is more like it. At last. Tread lightly. No one orders me around. Tread lightly. This is more like it. Speak, fool. Frostmourne hungers. At last.
Our warriors have engaged the enemy.
What is it? Finally. This is more like it. Frostborn hungers. Tread lightly. No one orders me around. At last. Frostmourne hungers. Tread lightly. Frostborn hungers. Finally. No one orders me around. At last. Finally. This is more like it. Speak, fool. No one orders me around. Your pain. Frostborn hunger. At last. At last. This is Frostborn hunger.
Welcome to our village.
What is it now? At last. This is more like it. No one orders me around. Speak. At last. Frostborn hungers. I'll make sure you suffer. No one orders me around. Finally. At last. This is more like it.
Your pain shall be legendary. I'll make sure you suffer.
What is it now? At last. No one orders me around. Frostborn hungers. At last. Speak, fool. No one orders me around. What is it now? Frostmourne hungers. No one orders me around.
Your man is
At last. Speak, fool. Tread lightly. What is it now? Tread lightly. What is it now? Tread lightly. No one orders me around. Finally.
our allies' town needs help.
No one orders me. Tread lightly. For the Lich King. Frostmourne hunger. What is it now?
Killing spree.
At last. Finally. Frostmourne hungers. This is more like it. At last. This is more like it. At last. Frostmourne hungers. Tread lightly. No one orders me around. Tread lightly. This is more. Finally. No one orders me around. Speak, fool. This is more. Finally. This is more. Finally. No one orders me around. What is it now? Frostmourne hungers. At last. Speak, fool. Frostmourne hungers. Tread lightly. Finally. Speak, fool.
Wait till you see me,
Tread
Abaddon.
lightly. This is more like it. Frostmourne. Speak, fool. This is more like it.
Give me something to do.
What is it now? At last. Tread lightly. What is it now? This is more like it.
Our warriors have engaged the enemy.
Speak, fool. Frostmourne hungers. Tread lightly. Speak, fool. This is more like it. No one orders me around.
Your pain shall be legendary.
Frostmourne hungers. Finally. Frostmourne hungers. What is it now? Tread lightly. Speak, fool. At last. This is more like it. At last. Finally. This is more like it. Frostmourne hunger. No one orders me around. Tread lightly. Speak, fool.
Dominating.
Aye?
Greetings, my lord.
What is it now? This is more like it. Tread lightly. No one orders me around.
You will end this war.
Tread lightly. At last. What is it now? Frostmourne hungers. At last.
Our warriors have engaged
Tread
the enemy.
lightly. Finally. Frostmourne hungers. At last. No one orders me around. Tread lightly. What is it now? Finally. This is more like it. At last. Tread lightly. For the Lich King. Finally. This is more like it. Frostborn hunger. This is finally. At last. Finally. This is what
Glory.
Frostborn.
Our allies' town needs help.
This is at last. Frostborn hunger. What is
Unstoppable.
Frostborn hungers. Finally.
Our allies' town needs help. Hello.
Tread lightly. Speak, fool. Frostborn hungers. What is it?
What news?
Tread lightly. This is more like it. Finally. What is it now? At last. Frostborn hunger.
Which way?
Speak, fool. At last. No one will defeat this round. Tread lightly. Now. What is it? Speak, fool. Tread lightly. Frostborn hunger.
Your pain shall be legendary.
No one will speak.
Our warriors have engaged the enemy.
What is it? For the Lich King. This is finally. At last. No one orders me around. Tread lightly. This is more like it. Speak, fool. What is it now?
Dominating.
Our warriors
Speak.
have engaged the enemy.
This is more like it. No one orders me. Tread lightly. Finally. What is it now? Frostborn hunger.
Dominating.
Speak, fool. Of this you want something. Finally. This is more like it. No one will be around. At last. What is it now? This is more like it. Frostborn hunger. This is more like it. What is it now? Frostborn hungers. This is more like it. Tread light.
Wicked sick.
At last. What is it now? This is more like it. Frostborn hungers. This is more like it. Frostborn hungers. Speak.
Monster kill.